Good morning, fellow Nigerians across the globe. I am George Onyibe, and of course, with every degree of certain things reaching you across the globe. This morning, I want us to look at a message under the theme conspiracy theory, or rather organized crime by the Igbo Biafra people against other ethnic groups in Nigeria. Organized crime. You see this criminal activity happening in your place. It is not coincident. It is something that is organized. It is something that is sponsored. They have interior motive. But unfortunately, it's going to be to the detriment of our own people if we ignore them. We have looked at the economic space, the hijacking of our economic space. We have looked at other factors, and this will be the third one. And on this very segment, we are going to review a topic I titled crossbreeding. I actually promised you that it's going to come a series. And this is exactly what we're going to do in the coming days. I may not be able to present this discussion, this message, this topic to you comprehensively based on time factor. And for the single fact that our studio is not yet ready. And so I will see how I can be able to manage to keep you abreast. We are not going to stop. We are just trying to awaken your curiosity. We're trying to point you to the right direction. And in the end, they will not be able to undo you. It's obvious that if they cannot control you, they will hate you. But that is part of the whole process. And the moment you know what they know, they will call you a bad person. Where I come from as an Eka man, we believe that onye money he be money. And so if you are just walking by on the social media platform, you happen to see my message on any platform, know of a certain that we are not driven by hatred, a mere endeavor to savage the next generation of our people. Understand this simple truth, that those people you see who insult me, they are the real criminal people. We know what they know, and so they call us bad people. Now they hate us because they can't control us. But this having been said, let's go back to our topic, which is crossbreeding as an organized crime. And now, if you are a Christian, you go to your Bible, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3, and of course, verse 4. You will see when God saved the people of Israel, He warned them. One of the instructions He gave to them, because the era of Moses was considered as the dispensation of law. The law was actually meant to reveal human weakness and their faults. And so God said to Moses, on no account should you people intermarry. And I repeat, that is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 3 and 4. On no account should you people intermarry. And this was because God said that these people I am destroying and giving their land to you. If you intermarry with them, they will eventually take you back the same path of destruction. And I will unleash my wrath against you. And I will destroy you. And I will do to you what I have done to them by misplacing them and giving you their land. What God was saying, invariably, agriculturally speaking, is that they should not crossbreed. And so for the sake of English, it's not our language. You must understand that when I topic or title my message crossbreeding, I'm actually talking about intermarriage, because it is only animal or agricultural product that you can crossbreed for genuine reasons. Maybe for them to develop defense mechanism to fight virus, or maybe yield more fruit, or create a more advanced product that will last the test of time. But in all the ways, if you look at it, when we talk about societically, if that's correct in English, it's talking about intermarriage. But this intermarriage, as you know, is not something bad. But God actually condemned it in the Old Testament. And then in the New Testament, all things have passed away and all things have become new. And God, through the Apostle Paul and Peter and other disciples, made it clear, know ye no man according to the flesh anymore. And so it's not necessary, it's not important, whether you are Iberian, whether you are Jewish, whether you are Arabian, Macedonian, Spartan, it really doesn't matter. As far as we're Christian, we are encouraged to intermarry. But this is the switch. The Bible, like I always tell people, cannot be completely overwritten off. Despite the religious influence, you must as well understand that these are the coded wisdom that governs the universe. It depends on how you view it. Derek Pricks once said, a Jewish scholar, that when you study the Word of God, study it as somebody eating fish. Take the one that concerns you and leave the rest. And so I've always known that the Bible is a hidden code, a code that has the capacity to disciple all the misery around the world that we live. And now coming back to our topic, In the issue of crossbreeding, I must try to see how I can comprehensively explore its avenue. Maybe you will be able to know the truth if you are those who are open to the truth. You see, in the Bible, the wisest man was said to be Solomon. But Solomon broke that rule. God warned him, do not intermarry. But Solomon went ahead and intermarried. And because he did that, he does not look very wise, humanly speaking. If we want to be factual, Solomon cannot be considered as a wise man before me. But then, if you look at it from the spiritual angle, he's a wise man. And so maybe he lived in between the Old and the New Testament. Because the only reason I consider him as a wise man, because he was married to multiple wives. And of course, uncountable girlfriends. The Bible had a record that Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, which is 1,000. And we all know that no man who can live like 30 years sleeping with 1,000 women will survive. Biologically, I don't know how true that is, but this was the true fact. But then, on the other hand, Solomon did not go about marrying because of the satisfaction of the loss or the loss of the flesh. He was actually creating an avenue to form an alliance with the neighboring nation. Do not forget his father was a man of war who had so many enemies when Solomon as a child mounted the throne. And so he has so many enemies to deal with, the Egyptians and many others. How could he, a small boy in a nation that is just coming up, be able to fight the world power? And though in their era, it was good that they crossbreed, it was good that he intermarried to seal the relationship between him and all those enemies of Israel. So Solomon marrying 700 wives and 1,000 concubines was simple to secure peace for the people of Israel. And you will discover that the Bible says, in all the reign of Solomon, no nation dared draw sword against Solomon. And because of this atmosphere of peace and tranquility, Solomon was able to build the best or the highest civilization ever known to man. His legacy, his achievement are still recorded in all the chronicles. This having been said, I am not trying to condemn intermarriage. But if you are involved in intermarriage, you must know this fact about intermarriage. Because the outcome of intermarriage when a man marries a woman is different from when a woman is married to a man. Let me try to break it down so that you will understand. When you marry a woman as a man from another tribe, the woman tribe will live at your mercy if you know what is obtainable. Because that time you are in the other room, the woman will tell you the secrets of their people. And so when you are invading their people, it will be easy for you to access them. Should I say fortunately, unfortunately, I'm married to Doma woman. And when we are in the other room, we'll talk about their people, even though we still talk about my people. But me being not an Idoma man, know how Idoma people behave. And if we were to attack Idoma people, I will know how to go about it. Because I have an informer in my bedroom. And that is for the woman. And not for the man. You are married to a woman from another tribe. Understand that your sister is telling them your secret. They weaponize your sisters if these people have interior motive, as the Igbo Biafra people have, which is the essence of this broadcast. Most of you are not aware of this information, and that is why I want to bring it back to you. I'm not asking you not to marry Igbo woman as any tribe, but understand that these things are bound to happen, and then you put a limit. I'm not condemning intermarriage. It's expected as a Christian. It said we have to. Know ye no man according to the flesh. There is no Jews nor Gentile. No Abraham, Moses, or all of us are children of the Creator. And I have to deal with it. But that does not undermine the truth that there are some criminal-minded individuals who have taken advantage of this loophole to organize crime against your people, which is the essence of this very discussion. And now let me digress a little bit. There are tribes in Nigeria who believe in intermarriage. And when they marry you, whether you are the woman or you are a man, automatically your children becomes 100% indigenous, having equal rights with the tribes. The Ijaw people are a good example. And with due respect, you will know the family of Ben Bruce, to mention a few. Ben Bruce's father is from British. And of course, he's a Ijaw man. Bob Marley is a British. Of course, he's a Jamaican man. These people crossbreeded. These people intermarried for different reasons. As a Ijaw man, they allowed crossbreeding. They allowed intermarriage because there were times they were threatened. They needed to survive. So any child born by their sister was automatically adopted to become a German. That is why you see a lot of Igbo people, a lot of British people, a lot of Hausa people, Don't be surprised when Hausa man tell you he's an German, because both the son from the father and the mother, all of them are Ijaw. because their culture and tradition allows them to inherit both child. It's applicable in many societies. So that is why you see some British people, they are Igbo people, go and look at Jaja Ofupubu and the rest of them. They will begin to wonder, how can a Caucasian man be an Ijaw man? This is because their value system allows it. And I can't fault them because they have to survive. But understand the Ijaw idea of accepting or assimilating the son of their daughter as having equal rights with their son is not because they want to do any ethnic group bad. They were threatened. They needed to survive. And they found out that that was the only way to survive, which is good. It should be applicable to every society. And then you look at the issue of Bob Marley. Bob Marley's father is from British. The mother is from Jamaica. This was a product born out of hatred, out of oppression. Because Bob Marley's father till today never accepted to be Bob Marley's father. But Bob Marley's father kept record of who pregnanted her. That labor master pregnanted one woman. And that is how Bob Marley came. Bob Marley knew he will never be accepted because he was just a product of coincidence. He tried to make them see the light, they refused. But as a philosopher, as a prophet, I should call him, he was able to point out to British people, the imperialists, the colonial masters, about the wrong they are doing to Africans. And he was able to point out to Africans the need why they must be united. He's a philosopher. He was able to review all the plague that ills us as a society. And so when you happens to be a product of accident, we cannot fault you. But then there is another organized crime now, born in between these two groups I have explained. That is where our concerns lies. Now go to the history of every great empire that has fallen. From the Americans, to the Romans, to the Babylonians, to the Russia. Just check every empire. You will see you cannot conquer them, except there is a crossbreed among them, a product of intermarriage. Let me come down a little bit. You see, when America was trying everything they can to destroy the Soviet Union, it was impossible. It was mission impossible for them. America could not penetrate the Soviet Union. Those of you who were born in that era, they were referred to as the Iron Curtain Nation. That is this Russia you hear about. That is this Ukraine and all these countries. They couldn't penetrate. The Soviet Union placed them on their heels. Americans, having fought for a very long time to destroy the Soviet Union, could not until an American Soviet Union, American blood, Soviet Union blood, who worked with the CIA, volunteered to destroy Soviet Union. I'm not very sure if the father is from Soviet Union, but I'm sure that one of the parents is from Soviet Union and another from America. He gave them out the secret of Soviet Union. Today the Soviet Union is no longer. They are broken into pieces. There is no more Iron Curtain Nation. Without crossbreed, Soviet Union will still be standing today. I want you to look at the coming back of the Jewish people. You know, when Igbo Biafra people tell you they come from Egypt, Israel, they know they are not children of Abraham. They are indirectly reminding their fellow Igbo Biafra unity beggars that, look, we must follow the Jewish pattern of crossbreeding. When the life of the Hebrew people were threatened, sorry, not Hebrew, they are Jewish. Because those people of Netanyahu are not Hebrew. They will tell us about Hebrew later on, but let me not digress. When these Jewish people discover that they are threatened all over the world because of the problem they cause for themselves, to make a comeback, they have to start intermarrying. Today you have Jewish Arabian, Jewish British, Jewish America, Jewish Japanese, Jewish China, Jewish Africa, everywhere Jewish. Jewish of Netanyahu is not doing this because they love all of you. They are doing this because they want to have an insider in every ethnic group in the world. Jewish Christian, Jewish Muslim, Jewish Abadakarian, Jewish Arabatarian, Jewish Urubutarian. Is it not amusing that right there before the Holy War, some section of it are Muslim, yet another section of it are Christian? Is it not amusing that one of the highest religious Christian scholar is the priest, he's a Jewish man? Is it not amusing that they are everywhere? They are marrying everything marryable. We even have Jewish goat and Jewish cow. It is not their love for these people that concerns them, but it is just creating an avenue to be able to know what you are doing as a people. That is where the issue of organized crime comes in. And now, today, we are talking about a threat against us as an ethnic group in Nigeria. Eka is a recognized ethnic group, and so is Anyoma, Osimili, and Ndokwa, and so is Ikwiri. All of us are recognized as an ethnic group in Nigeria. You can go to Igbo Biafra and the rest of them. But somewhere along the line, these criminal-minded people who are looking for Biafra, these criminal-minded people who cause all the problem we are going through in Nigeria, these criminal people who are trying to get to the corridor of power in Nigeria, they could call them articulation, they could call them obedient movement, they are trying to change to coalition. This group of criminal people cannot be taken serious because they are organized crime against all the ethnic group in Nigeria. It's unimaginable. You cannot fathom it, but I'm coming. So what do? They intermarry with you people. They are not the only ethnic group that is doing this currently in Nigeria. But I will not mention other ethnic groups for the sake of it. So I can pass my message to Igbo Biafra people. And please, if your ethnic group is doing this, no, we know it. So what they do? They come among you. The most victims are your daughters. They marry them. In diaspora, anywhere, they marry them. They have children for them. They will abandon those children. And then those children will be allowed temporarily to live in your community. And you will feel abandoned. You will feel betrayed by the man you love. But they never love you. It's an organized crime. And they will wait for you to suffer and train that child. And when that child is like of age, let's say 10 to 15 or 20 years, they will surface. And for the first time, your son or your daughter will say, "Where's my father?" You now say, "Oh, my father is Igbo Biafra man." You will be eager. You want to know your father. Then you are ready to strike. Then they give you name. Maybe your mother gives you Agbo name, Bini name, Ikwiri name. But that does not make your father Agbo, Bini, or Ikwiri. And let me digress so you understand it. There was a time I bought a land somewhere in Port Harcourt. And the very community, I will not mention the name of this community for some reason, they started dragging the land with me. We've gone to one court to another, from another court to another. In each of the judgments, I won them. And somewhere along the line, we have to move to the Federal High Court right there in Port Harcourt. And I still won them. The court gave justice and sent us back to the customary court, who they said has the final say regarding that landed property. And when we go to the customary court within that district in Rivers State, the man in charge of the customary court, the judge, told that family that was dragging the land with me and said, "See, if this young man has not developed this land, we would have allowed you people to reclaim the land. But you people waited all this time until the young man completed the building. And now you want us to dash you the building or what?" That their final judgment is that they should get out of that property. Those people insisted that they must reclaim that land, that I bought it from the wrong person. And at that instance, the judge of the customary court was angry. He now asked one of those people fighting to take this land from me and said, "Please, I don't want to sound biased, but with due respect, who is your father?" That was when the customary court scattered. Who is your father? The judge in the customary court was furious, and that man could not answer and said, "Don't think we don't know. Our sister was pregnanted by one Imo State man, and later on we accommodated you people. It's been more than 200 years now. That is how your own lineage become Ikwere. This land you people are sitting on belong to Sususu tribe, Sususu community. If you want us to revise history, all of you will leave that community." Like I said, I don't want to call it. That was when these people back up. And I discovered that it was Igbo man from Imo State that was dragging Ikwere land with me. But you will think it's a coincidence. These are organized crime. This is what they are doing. Today, go and look at the people who are telling you Eka is Igbo, Eka is Igbo, Osimiri is Igbo, Anyoma is Igbo. Please, watch all of them. 99.9% of them are Igbo Biafra people. They are part of Biafra agitation. They are part of obedient movement. They are part of the insulting people of Nnamdi Kanu. They are part of the aggressive people. They are the part of the people insulting you on my platform. Go and watch all of them. 99.9% of these people are children born by our sisters. Look at the Almighty. The one called the Almighty, Nedi Nwoku, is using to tell us that we are Igbo. The mother is from Ugume, and the father is from Enugu. Go and look at the one that says a Kanayo. His mother is from wherever, Akomazi, where he say he come from. His father is Anambrama. We have profiled all of them, and we see that it's organized crime against indigenous people. Crossbreeding. They pregnant your sister, abandon them. They allow those children to grow in your community, and then they use it to infiltrate you. So when you see somebody telling you Ikwere is Igbo, go and trace their history. Go and carry DNA test. You will see they are not Ikwere. Neither are they Anyoma. Because there is nothing like sub-Igbo group. And now, if this crime, organized crime, is not enough, they don't even value these people. They use them and dump them. The area they couldn't get to me is that they never knew my both parents are from Eka. I can't betray any of them. My loyalty lies to my father, not to my mother. But even at that, both my father and my mother come from the same kitchen. How could I fight myself? Impossible. But you see these people whose mother come from Kafanchan, their father come from Medugri. Their loyalty lies with their father. Undoubtedly, they will infiltrate the other ethnic group because they know they will not be truly accepted as the son of their father in their mother's home. But in their father's house, they are truly incorporated. And so this makes it become a threat to you. I'm coming. You look at it at the other way around. You see, they say Igbo don't love themselves. You see, Igbo are ready to sacrifice certain individuals just to make sure the organized crime pull through. Watch 99.9% of people being used by Igbo Biafra to commit crime against other ethnic groups in Nigeria. Watch all of them. They are crossbreed because they were weaponized even from birth without their knowledge. And so listen to me very closely. You are half-breed, cross across between two tribes. And you are being used by your father's people or your mother people to destroy your father or your mother. Knew that from birth you were weaponized. Stop it. Stand your ground. Make a choice. Because in the coming days, once my studio is ready, we'll be exposing all your atrocity for everybody to know what you are doing. It was easy to stop. It was not easy to stop the Jewish people when they want to make a comeback in 1948 to reclaim the state of Israel. Because when Arab man come to fight them, they will see Jewish Arab. When America want to interfere, they will see Jewish America. When Britain want to speak, they will see British America. All these people were then negotiating at all fronts. They destroyed their father people for the love of their mother. But a songwriter once said, we are looking for the men that will love us as my father loved my mother. Not for those children who will destroy their father for the love of their mother. Deal with this truth and understand that there are organized crime. And now this is the whole twist. If you are a crossbreed in this instance, don't hate yourself, but know the truth. But life means nothing to them. That's why Igbo Biafra, when they gather in a meeting, they know some of you are crossbreed. You that is a crossbreed, you are the one they call Igbo Igbo. You are the one they call Igbo Igbo. All of you are part of the number. But when they're talking to the pure breed, that is when they will say, Igbo Igbo. Nihina Wendi Igbo Brandi Igbo. If you are Igbo Igbo, you are a crossbreed. And should I say, unfortunately, I seem to fall into the category of their crossbreed. But they lied, they were wrong. I'm not crossbreed of Igbo. I'm a crossbreed. Coming from Anyoma, it's a long history. Some of us have Yoruba blood. Some of us have your blood. Some of us have Benin blood. Some of us have Igbo blood. Some of us have a Gala blood. And I'm hearing recently that some of us have Idoma blood. And so somewhere along the line, we are crossbreed. But we've been able to form a frontier to defend ourselves. We have accepted that, yes, we are crossbreed. And of course, there is advantage of being a crossbreed. You are a hybrid. You are better than the original. You are more sophisticated than the original, though you are not original. But we accepted it. We are moving, and now we have created our own platform for originality. Not to the detriment of anybody, but for the survival of our people. But yet they are not satisfied. They still want to crossbreed us. And this time, it is going to be weaponized. Not for any good. Watch the GMO agricultural stuff. They are trying to weaponize agricultural products, not for the benefit of anybody, but to completely wipe out Africans. Go and ask Bill Gates and all those people sponsoring high genetic breed plants. They know what they are doing. Don't let them weaponize you. And for those of you, our sisters, who have children for Igbo people, beg them not to destroy your father's house for their brother Igbo Biafra people. And for those of you who are married to other tribes, make them know where they belong. Like I said earlier, I'm married from another tribe. And I set the boundary. And I made my children to understand. Your maternal home is your backup. Don't destroy them. And you cannot destroy your people for their sake. But understand that they are your backup. But this is where you belong to. And if all these people shouting Anyoma is Igbo, Anyoma is Igbo, we're pure breed of Anyoma people. All these people shouting Ikwere is Igbo. You will see the value system have be able to say the truth. I mentioned Bob Marley. Most of you may be surprised knowing that Bob Marley is not a black man. He wore black skin. His DNA carried British identity. But he didn't fight to destroy his mother's people. And his mother did not use him to destroy the British people. But he was there to balance the equilibrium. He told them, I am a Bubalon soldier, stolen from Africa. He told them, Africans unite. He told them, philosophically speaking, that not until the idea that one race is higher than another is completely rejected, abandoned, and dejected, there will always be war. He said the truth, not supporting the white nor the black, not supporting the colored or whatever, but wanting us to be human that we are. And this is what I represent. I'm not here to talk down on Igbo people, not to talk of talking down on Igbo Biafra. I'm not here to tell you I'm from the most intelligent tribe. I'm not here to tell you that, yes, we know it all, we are the richest tribe. I certainly don't want to be better than you. You can see I'm in an uncompleted building. I'm hungry. I'm not eating, and I'm drunk. I just drink ogogoro. Illiterate like me. It's okay. I need to respect what the Creator, the boundary the Creator has set for us. Because the last time I checked, those of you in agriculture, broiler is not cockerel. Cockerel is not noiler. And noiler is not native fowl. But they are all birds. And all of them have their usefulness. All of them have their advantages over another. If you want a tough-skinned bird, cock, domestic fowl, you go for the local one. They can resist all weather, very strong. They can reproduce very fast, but they have very little meat, flesh to enjoy. That is the advantage. Multiplication. You go to the cockerel. They were made to be bigger than the local fowl. They could be very bigger than the local fowl, but they can't reproduce. And they can stand tough weather. And then when you go to the noiler, it stands in between. They will lay plenty egg. They are still very big. A bit resistant to sickness and disease, but just that they cannot reproduce. And then you go to the broiler. It's going to take time. It may lay egg, but very difficult. But then it has a big size. And so if you're going for a broiler, you know you are looking for the quantity. If you're going for the broiler, you know you're looking for in between the quantity and the productivity. If you know you're going for the cockerel, you know you're looking for readability in the absence of productivity. And of course, if you are going for the local fowl, you know you will get less quantity, but of course you have second-hand value. It will always be there. Self-renewable energy, ability to replicate itself. And so you have to choose the one you belong to. And this having been said, watch all the problem going on. They have weaponized crossbreeding. They are using intermarriage as a weapon. Many of our sisters cannot speak up today because they are marrying Igbo. Go to social media. There is a woman they call Anya Anambra. Anya Anambra is supposed to be a woman, married to Igbo man. But the damage has done to the Benin people for the sake of Igbo is unimaginable. And now she's not doing this thing because she loves Igbo people. She's doing it to protect the marriage. So he got to destroy the father's home for the love of the husband. She does not know she has been weaponized. And like I said, this message, I'm not going to go beyond this. Once our studio is ready, we are going to bring them out bit by bit. I've written a lot of books. I'm not in a hurry to publish them because somewhere along the line, I may be wrong, I may be right. But before our time is up, you will get the comprehensive details of all the analysis I've given to you. And so when you are going to intermarry, be careful the tribe you are going to marry for. Be careful the kind of man you are married to. Check this organization, the club he belongs to, before they weaponize your children. Before you know the truth, it's too late. Now you begin to see why Fulani people hardly allow their guests to be married to other tribes. Now you see why Yoruba, for instance, if you marry Yoruba people, there is something they will do to you. You can see why Igbo people allow everybody to marry their sister. All of them have interior motive. But whatever tribe you are going to marry, make sure they are not part of this conspiracy theory. In other broadcasts, I will give you detailed explanation of what I'm saying. But for my fellow supposed Thug Igbo group, Anyoma people, Ikwere people, Osimile, Ndokwa, Anyocha, Eka people, Ado people, Orashi people, all of you they are calling Igbo outside the southeast. They are weaponizing your daughters against you, the sons of your father already. And if you don't listen to what I'm telling you, very soon, all of you will become Igbo by force. That is not an issue. But is it your crown they are looking for or your heart? Bet me, they are looking for your crown. They want our land. They want access to the waterway. That is why they confidently, arrogantly, scawalically tell you, Agbo land is Igbo land. Ikwere land is Igbo land. Thunder will fire all of you people. I'll go to the comment section and receive my insult. That is what charged my battery. That is what fuels me. And then we'll continue from there. Like I promised you yesterday. Of course, tomorrow we will look at how to solve Nigerian problem. Because we as society value advocate. And not until Nigeria is sanitized, everybody delivered from manipulation, deceit, and hypnotizing, we are not going anywhere. So let's look at what we have on the platform. I love insults, believe me. I see Kingsley. He say the criminal, you never rest. Kingsley, I'm sorry. I've not even started. I'm warming up. You people keep abreast. You see Nnamdi Kanu, he's now crying. Oh, he's sick. Take him to DSS. He's sick. Help him. Expatriate treatment. Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. You people wanted Nigeria to declare amnesty and give Igbo youth, Igbo Biafra youth, so they will be feeding from the misery of our people. After all, we have Niger Delta, we have Boko Haram. Go and entertain all of them. And I pity my brother, very dark man. It will dawn on you when you least expect. Since you go to China, we are watching your body language. We live in the darkness to serve the light. May God help you. Because your fall, you will see these people, rattle, hypering you, they will abandon you. We have been there. We have been there. Now the Kanu is telling you, oh, DSS, let him go for treatment. I was in DSS because of Biafra agitation. Port Harcourt facilities. When I was locked up about a month later, my head completely broke down. And based on what we heard about DSS, I thought I was being poisoned, considering the position I occupy as IPOB member. I was even forced to tell one of those people attending to me in where I was locked up in DSS, and said, if you people want to poison me, why don't you just take my life and stop suffering me? The man never responded to me, just looked at me. And that was when they took me to the medical facility in DSS custody, right there in Port Harcourt. I was shocked. The level of organizing that is there is unimaginable. I never suffered for one sickness twice. They diagnosed me, they treated me. I was not even trusting them, to the extent that when they give me drug, I will throw it away without their knowledge. And when I accuse them of poisoning me, they have to take me out of DSS custody to one lab right there in D-line that is owned by Igbo man. And the man run tests on me. The man did not know it was DSS that brought me, just that he saw me with handcuff. And while he was running tests on me confidentially, he said, why are you on handcuff? And why did DSS bring you? I say, it's Biafra matter. He said, that's why they put handcuff on you. I say, yes. So the man see me as a fellow Igbo. And so he told me the truth. He said, what you have is acute ulcer. He showed me the scan result, everything. That was when I knew that DSS was not actually poisoning me. All the drugs they were giving me was actually to take care of my ulcer. Because a lot of things happened to me. My blood count down, run down, and so on and so forth. And so if the DSS in Port Harcourt can take care of me, they were very worried that nothing happens to me. It looked like they were even afraid of Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Is it now Nnamdi Kanu you think DSS want to kill? Nnamdi Kanu has a mental problem. Igbo people are not telling you. Go and ask Obi the OBNU. The psychiatric hospital, they asked Nnamdi Kanu to go for checkup. Did he agree to go? Ask Obi the OBNU when they took Nnamdi Kanu to psychiatric hospital in America. Did he agree to go? Nnamdi Kanu is having a partial contact mentally. And when he agreed that he's mad, we can now take him to maybe Igbo psychiatric hospital. Or maybe they bring him to Abo because we cure mad people. That is exactly what I'm doing. Chancellor, that is what we are doing. When we finish flogging him, he will know his father name. We cure mad people in Abo. Rubbish. Criminal. Is that all you can do? Is there anybody that is not a criminal? But go and check record of Nigerian across the world. 80% of crimes supposedly caused by Nigeria is coming from Igbo Biafra people. And you have the nerves to call me criminal. But it's in your DNA. And that is why we love you. And he went on to say betrayer. Who exactly has worked with Igbo people that did not betray Igbo people? Nzogo betrayer. Everybody betrayer. Up to the extent that you people are fighting war, supposedly, with Nigeria. You are calling your fellow Igbo betrayer. Should I remind you about the popular song? Ewo muna nwanne m je na akpiri ego ifajonarela anyị ewo muna nwanne m je na nwana pụta ụzọ re nwanne ya ifajona told Igbo people the truth. What did you do? You call him saboteur, betrayer. Change that betrayer to saboteur. Unoshi. I see Igwe Abuchi. I greet you here, Igwe Abuchi. Good morning. What did Igwe Abuchi say? Let's see if I can be able to read this. He said, good morning, sir, my brother. This is the time to start monitoring these people. Name anyone you know who is member of IPOB. Start calling them by their name because I know you know them. Igwe Abuchi, the truth is, there is time for everything. Everything big starts small. It's over a year. I've been calling our people. We need to create a rallying point. The rallying point is not for entertainment. I'm not entertaining. I'm not here to sell personality because I have none. The rallying point is to make sure we create an institution. Until then, our people who want to know should know. In as much as I don't want to pay attention to because I know our family system, doesn't mean I'm happy with what is going on. If tomorrow morning I wake up, I tell you Igbo Amaka, these Igbo people will pay me to destroy all of you. but I'm not for sale. But look at outside people, some of them think they are helping me. Is it to call them? We have so many groups on ground already. Everybody have what he think he can do. But the real issue, we will get it right. Don't worry, Igbo. That is why we are still here. You think I am Igbo man, broadcasting from uncompleted building. One person will just call you, please, young man, just check how much it will take you to establish a podcast studio. That is why they are putting all of you. You people are not ready. All of us are not ready for what is going to come. But then, I would have felt guilty. We will get there, Igbo. Don't worry. Let me leave it at that. And what did I see here? You see IPOB Igbos are cursed people. And that is just the truth. That is the truth. I see Curtis Green. He say, ignore them, Diokpa. And of course, I love their insult. That's what recharge my battery. You know, see my ferocity, my capacity, my, how do they call it, my vibes don't change. The more they insult me, the more I will prepare broadcast for them. Ordinarily, I want to make my people see the truth. I want every Nigerian to know the truth. We will need to point light into the darkness so that all of us will have peace. And those who want to divide Nigeria should stop fooling themselves and say, divide it into three. Thunder, fire, all of you, we will divide Nigeria into three. We will divide it into 1,000. And not until we get to that level, all of you are hypocrites, not divide Nigeria. I can sing the new national anthem by Tinubu. If not, I will just sing it for you now. We are not going anywhere. One Nigeria lawa, Abi Utimo, Emabi, Ifubife, Ono Pame to Peke Anyango, Nyoshi. I see God's time. And what does he have to say? I am the great grandson of Oba Eweka II. We see you, Mr. George. You are a man of the truth. I'm flattered and thank you. And I see Amotoyo. He said, may God and protect you. You are doing a good job. Thank you, Amotoyo. And honestly, we are doing it for ourselves. I can't be with these criminal people. Know what they want to do. Because I want hyper on Facebook. And that betray my father. My father may not be all I expected him to be. But if I'm lucky enough, I must have inherited up to 70% of what I hate about him. And what am I supposed to do? I deal with it. I deal with it. And Curtis Green said he can't left them. The reason all those people are just watching them with two eyes is these people can play double pattern. Go and look at all the people who took it upon themselves to destroy me that I said the truth. Today they are pretending to be fighting in Nandekano. I don't talk about it. If I talk about you, that is because I am trying to make you see the errors of your way. Or I am going to focus on you. You notice I'm calling very dark man. It doesn't concern me. If when he went to China, he had a memorandum of understanding, and he want to distort history, we know the truth. Because I saw his video saying, why are you holding in Nandekano? Why are you holding in Nandekano? If social media allows us, I will bring out the image of Igbo people. Nandekano boys cut off the private part, slaughter the husband. I put it in a forum, and everybody there was like, very dark man didn't see all those people. He's a Nigerian leader. Make on the mumu herself. No problem. We shall see how it will end. What I will do, what I want to do, because I know already that I'm your destiny and I'm your doom. We will narrow all your energy, all your power. We will bring it down to a very narrow corridor where all your plan will come to nothing. I see Rita. I greet you, Rita. And then who do we have? Maybe Igbo Biafra. You know, they will call and say, I say, don't listen to the man. He's evil. He's a betrayer. As a man, I greet you. That is what they tell them. But after, they will come back. They will come back and listen. And then they drop their insult. And I will be responding to them later on. I'm George Onibe calling for the first and the repeated time. Have a nice day. We'll continue from